We are privileged to have Njideka Akunyili Crosby with us today and are proud to bestow upon her the college's highest academic honor. The citation included in her award reads as follows: Njideka Akunyili Crosby, through your profound and multifaceted approach, you seamlessly integrate the diverse and rich narratives of your Nigerian heritage with the vibrant threads of your American experiences. Your exceptional body of work, displayed prominently in many of the world's esteemed museums, serves not only as insightful visual constructs, but as critical bridges between continents and cultures. Born in Enugu, Nigeria in 1983, and now a distinguished resident of Los Angeles, you have etched an indelible mark on contemporary art. Your participation in the 58th International Art Exhibition at La Biennale de Venecia, May You Live in Interesting Times, curated by Ralph Rugoff, was a testament to your compelling narrative and artistic aptitude. Accolades, including the prestigious MacArthur Fellowship in 2017 and the United States Artist Fellowship in 2023, underscore your significant contributions to the art world and culture. Your academic journey, a testament to your wide-ranging talent, saw you graduating from Swarthmore College in 2004, where you pursued art and biology as a Mellon Mays undergraduate fellow. Opting for the path of artistic exploration, you chose to voice the nuanced experiences of the Nigerian diaspora through your captivating work. Your continued academic pursuits led you to Yale University School of Fine Art, where you earned your MFA in 2011, further honing your distinctive artistic voice. Your work, known for its unique blend of collage and photo transfer-based paintings, eloquently navigates the complex cultural landscapes of your Nigerian roots and your current American home. This artistic dialogue reflects your personal journey and the broader story of diaspora, making your creations a visual conduit for cross-cultural understanding, appreciation, and acceptance. In recognition of your innovative contributions to art and your unwavering commitment to exploring and celebrating the richness of cultural identities, we are honored to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Arts honoris causa. Njideka Akunyili Crosby, your work not only enriches the world of art, but also serves as a beacon of hope and unity, reminding us of the beauty that emerges when worlds converge. We celebrate your remarkable achievements and are inspired by your vision and passion. With your invaluable contributions to the tapestry of contemporary art and culture, we are pleased and honored to confer upon you the degree of Doctorate of Fine Arts honoris causa.
Well, you just stay next to me. Njideka Akunyili Crosby, by the authority vested in me by the trustees of Otis College of Art and Design, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa, and admit you to all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereof. Congratulations. This is for you. Then I'm going to put this.
Well, my dad really wanted me to be a doctor for the longest time, a medical doctor. This would have been a perfect day to call him and be like, Dad, I'm a doctor. Good morning, everybody. Congratulations, Otis class of 2024. I applaud you for all the hard work you've done to get to this point. For some of you, the decision to pursue a career in art and design might have been bewildering to your parents. It certainly was to my Nigerian parents. I commend you for having the courage to go after your dreams. That passion and ability to go against the grain will serve you well in life. Congratulations also to all the people who have supported you and worked behind the scenes to make this day possible for you. Your family, friends, mentors, therapists, teachers, administration, custodial staff, etc. My deep thanks to President Hirschhorn and the board and the Otis community for this immense honor. I am grateful. 20 years ago at my undergraduate commencement, and at every graduation before or since, graduates were told that they were about to navigate an uncertain future. That phrase, uncertain future, rings true right now. Here in the United States, jobs that pay a living wage are scarce. Fascism is on the rise. Once-in-a-lifetime environmental disasters are happening more and more frequently. Courts and state governments are rolling back reproductive rights and reproductive health care. Conservatives are dismantling social services and safety nets. LGBTQ+ communities are being targeted in various ways. Black people and other marginalized folks are still not safe from police violence. Just a few miles from here, UCLA leadership called police on students exercising their right to protest their school's ties to Israel's ongoing attacks on civilians in Gaza. And school administrators elsewhere have made similar choices, knowing full well the brutality they would visit upon their students. This is the world you're graduating into, and it may feel bleak and daunting. These conditions may lead artists to question the meaningfulness of their work. Sometimes when I'm in my studio, inert from despair, I don't have a clear answer to this question. Why am I painting when it feels like the world around me is burning? What has kept me going is thinking of ideas of works I haven't seen or I wish to see and working to put them out in the world. Because as artists, as creatives, we are able to imagine a better and/or different world, and we're uniquely capable of making it perceptible through our art. Creatives have done this in visual art, in books, in film, in children's toys and games, in fashion, music, stage plays, and so on. When we are able to see how things could be, we can reject the status quo as unacceptable. My belief in the importance of radical progressive imagining was solidified when I came across this Ursula K. Le Guin quote. "We live in capitalism. Its power seems inescapable, but so did the divine rights of kings. Any human power can be resisted and changed by human beings. Resistance and change often begin in art." End quote. Things always seem unmovable until they don't. And art is always central to the budge that initiates big shifts. During my childhood, the absolute power of the Nigerian military dictators seemed inescapable. Whenever adults gathered, the topic of conversation invariably turned to politics. Everyone was frustrated and angry, and it felt like there was always this cloud of inevitability over the presence of military rule. While working on a recent group of paintings which had themes of my primary school days, I found myself thinking back on all those years of military dictatorship, the ways we found joy in spite of it. Remember, joy is a form of resistance. And the people who fought against and resisted it. I tried to recall the few times I became aware of cracks in the facade of the absolute power of our rulers. Foremost in my memory was Ken Saro-Wiwa, who protested against oil companies' environmental destruction of the Niger Delta. In addition to being a celebrated writer, Saro-Wiwa was also the creator of Bassi and Company, a much beloved sitcom that provided joy and hope in what were bleak times for us. Art is always at the center or forefront of change. As I researched newspaper articles from the periods of dictatorship, I was not surprised that the most prominent dissidents the dictators executed were poets, journalists, writers, one of whom wrote children's books. The dictators knew that these visionaries had power because they could point the country towards a better way of governance. That is why what we do matters. For so many oppressive institutions throughout history that had seemed inescapable, empires, slavery, South African apartheid, colonialism, creatives played integral roles in their undoing. Your time at Otis, with its incredible faculty, brilliant and diverse student body, has prepared you to find creative solutions to the world's complex problems. So as daunting as it might be to graduate right now, you have the tools to navigate, steer this uncertain future. We need to rebuild the world's institutions so that they are centered on human dignity. Well, that and reversing the climate crisis, which is inextricably linked. As specialists in making things perceptible, we artists have an important role to play in asserting and insisting upon human dignity. Another phenomenon that stands out to me from my childhood exemplifies art's pivotal influence on popular opinion. South African art, for instance, the South African television programs that aired in Nigeria, raised our awareness of the indignity and wrongness of apartheid. Nigerian artists, notably musicians like Onyeka Onwenu and Sonny Okosu, then made art that reinforced anti-apartheid sentiments, and Nigeria emerged as a prominent opponent to apartheid in South Africa. I know this history might seem dusty to you graduates, but you can see how the international artistic interchange centered human dignity and snowballed, contributing to social change on its way, and its momentum carries into contemporary art, including mine, protest and social change. The more diverse the sources of opinions informing your work, the more well-rounded we can make the work. This is not to say that you should make explicitly political work. We all have our lanes. Not every project has to take direct aim at, for instance, dismantling white supremacist, capitalist, cis heteropatriarchy, settler colonialism, etc. Rather, if you listen critically to a diverse group of people who insist on human dignity, that critical engagement will carry over and likely come across in your work. At the very least, it should safeguard against the risk that your work might perpetuate harm. When I was a visiting artist at Otis a little over a year ago, I was incredibly impressed with the diversity of the student body here. So I am optimistic that you've had tough and complex discussions during your time here that will undergird your practice. I would like to conclude by acknowledging that I share this honor with all the people who've made it possible for me to be here today. Talent is only part of a success story. For me, the other parts were the incredible women who championed me in various ways over the past decade. They nominated me for prestigious residencies. They introduced me to gallery directors. They curated museum shows of my work, and so on. Many of you will excel and find yourselves in positions where you are the gatekeepers of your fields. Some of you behind me, or even in the audience, might already be in such positions. I urge you all to advocate for people whose voices have historically been excluded from the conversation. Women, LGBTQ+ folks, immigrants, people of color, disabled people, etc. This is not about pity. You and we all benefit from working with, listening to, and living among diverse groups of people. At this point, I bring this back to you, the graduates. This is a celebration of years of work and sweat, and all the various paths that brought you here right now to this moment. For some of you, the journey here was a straight path. Some of you started at the height of the pandemic. Some of you juggled being caregivers or working jobs while keeping up with the academic rigor of Otis. Some of you had to fight your family for your choice to be here. And for some of you, this was a dream you harbored for years, but for various reasons had to put on hold. Congratulations on this joyful culmination of your hard work and of your time at Otis. Happy, happy graduation.